One topic in science that fascinates me is human evolution, especially the Neanderthals. There are several reasons why I'm fascinated with the Neanderthals, but two reasons stand out. One is the last place on Earth where the Neanderthals lived was in the Iberian Peninsula, around 28,000 years ago. The Iberian Peninsula is where Portugal and Spain are. The second reason is that, as we will see in this video, the Neanderthals had red hair, and my father has red hair, which makes me think that I may have a relatively high percentage of Neanderthal DNA. But who were the Neanderthals? The Neanderthals were a Homo species that lived in Europe and Asia between 400,000 and 28,000 years ago. It is widely accepted that our early human ancestors migrated out of Africa to colonize Europe and Asia around 45,000 years ago. As they arrived in Europe and Asia, they encountered the Neanderthals with which they interbred. That resulted in the exchange of DNA between these two Homo species. Today, because our early ancestor migrating out of Africa interbred with the Neanderthals, each non-African human has between 1 and 4% of Neanderthal DNA. But because each non-African human living today has a different segment of the Neanderthal DNA, it is believed that up to 35 to 70% of the Neanderthal DNA still persists in the present-day humans. So, non-African humans have many genes from the Neanderthals, and some of those genes control hair, skin, and eye pigmentation. In this video, I'm going to talk about two genes that the Neanderthals had that gave them light skin color and blue eyes. And it's believed those variants that the Neanderthals had are the ones responsible for the light skin color and blue eyes present in non-African humans today. So one gene is called MC1R. So the name of the gene doesn't really matter, it is not important. This gene MC1R regulates the pigmentation of the hair and the pigmentation of the skin. The more functional the MC1R gene is, the darker skin and the darker the hair. The Neanderthals had variants of this gene that were not functional, and that resulted in individuals with freckles, red hair, and fair skin. As our early ancestors migrated out of Africa, they encountered environments with lower levels of sunlight. Acquiring a lighter skin was probably good to be able to synthesize vitamin D with lower levels of sunlight. So the second gene I will mention in this video is called OCA2. OCA2 is primarily associated with blue eyes in humans of European ancestry. The cartoons on the right are meant to represent the differences in hair, skin, and eye color. So in one end, loss of function of the MC1R gene results in red hair and fair skin. On the other hand, a hyperfunctional variant of MC1R gene results in dark hair and dark skin. Some variants of the OCA2 gene are strongly associated with blue eyes, while other variants are associated with brown eyes.